Now you got security now. So it's security, cluster lockdown. Click on that. I'm giving you a tour basically for the whole thing. This is again, if you want to lock down the cluster, you want to do, instead of doing SSH, basically instead of typing the IP address on Linux command prompt and then connecting to it, you could make it to where you don't have to connect with a password. You can use SSH public key. It's a fancy way to authenticate. That's all it is. Next, click on data at rest encryption. This is again your encryption. Right now it's doing encryption. Again, we don't have a license to do this, which is fine. We don't have any license for this. Click on file system whitelist. Again, if we have file system, we want to whitelist, we could do this, and we can whitelist a lot of file system. If something is having problem, we could whitelist it, and we could do this. We don't need to do that. SSL certificate next. This one we're gonna have to do it. Because the reason you see what it says on the top of your website, you see not secure, all the way on the top. Now secure. The reason that's not secure because we don't have certificate attached to it. If we attach our certificate, then this is gonna be secure, or SSL certificate, okay? And to do that, we can do it another time. This is again, when you start to get fancy. Right now, for what we need to do, we don't need that.
Right.
All right, so scroll down to authentication. You just did it right now. Click on authentication for a second.
We did authentication.
We can connect to the Active Directory, and we can create users from Active Directory and do all those things.
Yeah,
we don't need to
do that right now.
We won't do it right now. Local user management, you just did it. This is where you create your username. Role mapping, here's where you can do that. And then alerts and email configuration. This is where you can get an email for when something goes down. You get alerts real time. SMTP server, next underneath, yeah. This way you can configure that to make sure the email actually works. Without this, it's not gonna work. And then configure witness. This is a little bit more advanced features right now. We're doing a lot of advanced feature here. We don't need to worry about this right now. For the purpose of this, you don't need to worry about this. So now click on node degradation or degraded node settings. And that's fine, enable that, that's okay. A lot of this, I don't wanna say a lot because you're not gonna mess with this right now. Some of this requires advanced licensing. I don't wanna explain over it too much because it's just like, we're not gonna do it. But ultimately, just know that there's a lot more features available, a lot more configuration available.
Right.
But if you do click on manage VM hybrid availability, this is something you can do. You can reserve a VM to be migrated to another node in case there's a failure with a single node. So this is a good something you can configure. If something fails, you want to make sure that you're backed up, you're protected.
Okay.